If you're looking for a thought-provoking read that will stay with you long after you finish it, look no further than Bonsai Life by Abburi Chayadevi. This powerful story of two sisters is a must-read for anyone who has ever felt trapped or limited by societal expectations. Let's take a closer look at this incredible book. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. In today's video, we were going to be talking about the book Bonsai Life by Abburi Chayadevi, which was published in 2018. The book explores themes of feminism, societal norms, and the power of education. Through its exploration of these important topics, the novel challenges readers to consider the role of tradition and culture in shaping our lives, and to question whether or not there are some traditions that need to change. The protagonist of the story is a young girl named Kamala who grows up in a small village in India. She has an older sister named Jaya who is married into a wealthy family in the city. From a young age, Kamala is treated differently from her sister, showcasing the double standards and gender inequality that exist in society. Jaya was given the opportunities to pursue higher education and a career, while Kamala was expected to focus on domestic duties and prepare for her arranged marriage. This sets the stage for the central conflict of the novel, which revolves around the contrasting life trajectories of the two sisters. Kamala's parents and the wider community view her as a liability, which leads to her being confined to the home and forbidden from attending school. Meanwhile, Jaya enjoys freedom and independence and becomes a successful professional. Despite the differences in their upbringings, both sisters share a deep bond and love for each other. And they also have something else in common, a shared passion for reading books, which provides them with an escape from their difficult realities. However, the shared love of books is the only thing they have in common because their vastly different lifestyles lead them to develop different worldviews and priorities. While Jaya embraces modernity and rejects tradition, Kamala clings to religion and superstition. As Kamala grows older, she becomes increasingly frustrated with her situation and yearns for a better life. She feels trapped and suffocated by the restrictions placed on her, and she longs for the freedom to make her own choices and to pursue her own dreams. However, she is also deeply rooted in her culture and is torn between her desire for personal growth and her duty to uphold societal norms. This internal conflict is one of the central struggles of the novel, and it is a struggle that many women around the world can relate to. Despite the odds stacked against her, Kamala refuses to give up hope. She dreams of a day when she will be able to break free from the constraints of her society and live a life on her own terms. But even as she clings to this dream, she also faces the harsh realities of her situation. In a society that values male children over female children, Kamala's value is measured solely by her ability to produce a son. When she fails to do so, she is seen as a failure and is subjected to even more abuse and neglect. This adds another layer of complexity to the novel, as it explores the pressures and expectations placed on women to conform to traditional gender roles. As the story progresses, Kamala's resolve to fight for a better life only grows stronger. She becomes a symbol of hope for other women in her community who are also struggling to break free from the shackles of tradition. Through her actions, she inspires them to challenge the status quo and to demand a better future for themselves and their children. One of the most striking aspects of this novel is the vivid and detailed portrayal of rural Indian life. Chayadevi brings the setting to life with its bustling markets, religious festivals, and close-knit community. We can feel the heat of the Indian sun on our skin and hear the sounds of the busy streets. This immersive experience is all the more powerful because it highlights the stark contrast between the traditional and modern worlds. As Kamala navigates the complexities of her life, we are shown the beauty and richness of Indian culture. We see how religion and spirituality play a significant role in people as lives and how important it is to maintain a connection to one as roots. At the same time, we are also shown the darker side of tradition, such as the rigid gender roles and the abuse of power. Through this contrast, Chayadevi paints a nuanced and thought-provoking picture of Indian society. Another strength of the novel is the strong and complex characters that populate its pages. From the devoted yet misguided parents to the ambitious and independent Jaya, each character is crafted with care and realism. They feel like real people with real motivations and desires. We can understand their actions even if we don't always agree with them. The supporting characters are just as well developed as the main ones, and they add depth and complexity to the story. Perhaps the most fascinating character, though, is Kamala herself. She is a woman ahead of her time, a feminist who fights for the rights of women and girls in her community. She is intelligent, compassionate, and determined, and she never gives up hope, no matter how difficult things get. We root for her every step of the way, cheering her on as she takes on the challenges that come her way. Bonsai Life is a story about hope. It is a story about a young girl who dares to dream of a better life for herself and for other women like her. It's a story that reminds us that no matter how difficult our circumstances may be, we should never give up on our dreams. Kamala's journey is an inspiration to us all. It shows us that we have the power to change our lives and to make a positive impact on the world around us. This novel is a must-read for anyone who wants to learn more about Indian culture and society. It's a window into a world that is both familiar and foreign, a world that challenges us to see things from a different perspective. Whether you're an avid reader of international literature or simply someone looking to expand their cultural horizons, Bonsai Life is a book that will stay with you long after you finish it. So if you're looking for your next great read, look no further than Bonsai Life by Abburi Chayadevi. You won't regret it. So, what are your thoughts on the book? What did you like best about it? What are some of your favorite quotes or passages? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and leave us a review. Your feedback is very important to us and helps us continue to bring you the best content possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.